Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And Xbox players, happy Wayfinder launch day for you guys. I know it's been a while and a minute. We've been waiting for this Xbox release forever. Wayfinder has went through a lot of transitions, but however, the developers have got it to an amazing point. So bravo and big shout out to Airship Syndicate, and also bravo and big shout out to Airship Syndicate for sponsoring today's video and hooking me up with a review key of Wayfinder on the Xbox Series X. Now, in today's video, we're just going to be going over some of the recommended settings for Wayfinders. So the settings and stuff, though, they're all the same between both consoles. So let's go ahead and dive right on into things, and I'm going to explain to you guys why I have everything set up the way I have set up. By the way, if y'all want a beginner's guide for Wayfinder, let me know down in the comments below. Also, be sure to support this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Let's talk about it. So, hit start or Windows key, depending on whether you're on PlayStation or Xbox. Go down here to settings and let's talk about some things. So, in your gameplay, we're going to start here. The main thing I'm going to recommend is having cross-play on. That way you can get help, especially, if you're a new Xbox player and you haven't played Wayfinder before. Being able to get help from an experienced community in any type of action RPG or MMO is always a good thing. And this will, give you access to players who have been playing this game since day one, since, it was originally in an MMORPG before its ARPG conversion. This will give you access to those kind of players and people. So I would definitely recommend using crossplay. For difficulty, now, here's the thing. If you're someone who's playing Wayfinder just through one time, you just want to do the story and stuff, go ahead and play on story mode. But if you plan on playing long-term, doing endgame, challenges and stuff like that, I would highly recommend starting on challenging or even putting your gameplay on heroic. That way, not only can you, experience the game as it's supposed to be, and get a feel for, harder content, because that's what you'll be dealing with at endgame. Another big tip, world scaling, I would always set this to on. Now, some people, will leave it off and stuff like that, but this is going to make sure that the enemies are always scaling up to your power level. So, that way, you're getting the most XP and everything out of the enemies you're fighting. So, like, let's say, you're coming to the first area, you're level 27. Running around and killing a bunch of level 2 enemies isn't going to do much for you at a level 27. So, therefore, world scaling, that'll bring these enemies up to where you are. That way, you're gaining decent amount of XP no matter where you are. I would say keep world scaling on, but to each their own. Controller vibration, completely up to y'all. I'm not even going to talk about that. Camera zoom, I zoom mine all the way out because when I'm playing in an action RPG, MMO, or any type of action game, I like to be able to see everything around me. So I zoom my camera out as far as possible. Enabling text chat, yes, especially because, you're crossplay with PC players. That's probably going to be one of their primary ways to communicate. Chat profanity thing, I leave that off because, if somebody has a hard time in a dungeon and they want to say fuck, and then okay. And all this, text language, audio language, whatever language you are. Enabling camera shake, I turn camera shake off because it always makes games look more framey. For display, I'm not going to focus too much on gamma. Field of view, I would definitely up that up a bit. I've got mine set at 80. To each their own. The more you want to see, like I said, go ahead and, raise that a bit. Make things a little bit broader for you. Turn on AMD FSR2. This is, the new super resolution technique that's enabled in the current gen consoles and on higher end graphics cards on PC. AMD FSR2 and using quality to performance mode, hands down best combination of visuals you can use, especially if you're on console. If you're on PC, obviously, tune yours to each their own. But for us console players, boom and boom, yeah, you'll be very, very happy. User interface settings, hide the HUD anytime you want to take screenshots. So, the game doesn't have a photo mode, but you can turn off your HUD so that way, you can take decent pictures. The zoom around cursor, I would leave that on, especially, for teleporting, checking your map and stuff like that. This is just your volume settings. These are all your controller and gameplay and gameplay settings, you know, your aiming friction and stuff like that. Like I said, all this to each their own, nothing too big, nothing too crazy right there. And then one other cool thing I want to throw out there is customizable controller bindings. So if you want Wayfinder to feel like any other action game you play, go ahead and customize these to your liking, because the controls really aren't that complicated. Look here, square buttons my attack, triangle buttons my heavy attack, just like a typical action game. Holding L1 brings up my hotbar. You have 3 abilities and an ultimate, and then your weapon also has some type of special attack. Holding L1 and R1, your mounts L1 and R3, or LB and, you know, pushing in the right stick, depending on whatever platform you're on. The controls are really simple and basic, so, you know, they're real easy to customize if you want them to be like something else. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it. That's my simple guide for the best Wayfinder settings on console. These are at least, you know, what I prefer. If you have any other suggestions, let me know down in the comments below. Y'all enjoyed today's video? Smash that like. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.